Natalie, I love what you've done with the set. Thank you. I figured I would spice it up with my white sheet hanging behind me and a little light up pumpkin because it is fall. Anyways, welcome back everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. Post grad life, the depression, the anxiety, the warning signs that absolutely nobody tells you about while you are in college. I'm here to talk about it. I've struggled with it for months, and I think in recent months it's gotten 10 times worse since COVID hit and I was locked in the house with no outlets, nowhere to go in the world of jobs. I felt alone until I realized how many people are actually feeling this way. My expectations are literally nowhere near where I thought I would be. I thought I would be in a new city by now, have a job I actually enjoy. Everything would be rainbows and butterflies and I'd just be so peachy. But God, was I wrong. It is a full year post-grad and I want to talk about all of the things that I went through post-grad depression, all of the tips and lessons that I've learned, and hopefully share it with somebody that has also been going through it. So let's get into it. I first want to start off by saying how the one thing that bothers me about all of this is how when you're in university, nobody warns you about the precautions of post-grad life. I never in a million years thought I would be a year out of graduating with a 4-year degree and I would still be living at home. I definitely would love to speak with anybody in any university front office and let them know that this is something that needs to be discussed. I'd like to speak with your manager. Okay, so I have a couple points that kind of correlate with one another, so I figured I would just break it down as best as I could. So number one, everybody has their own path. Do not compare yourself to someone else's journey. We go our entire lives having a structure, right? Preschool, kindergarten, elementary, middle, high school, college, or whatever you do after college, whatever kind of schooling. Some people even go beyond college for grad school, med school, law school.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
But we go all of these years having a structure. So when you leave college, it's like, now what? Now what do I do? We all moved up together. We all went through the same journeys together. We were all going to the next level together. But now, everybody's at a different rate, and I think that's one of the biggest things I struggled with, was seeing everybody around me, whether it was Nancy from law school or Kim from the engineering school. Why are these two so far ahead in their industry and their careers and I am stuck here? Some people have kids, some people are getting married. Who's traveling around the world with their job? It is now up to you to create your own path, and as corny as that sounds, it took me so long to get there because I immediately moved home. I took the entire summer off. I had no ambitions to apply to jobs because I just went through 16, 17. Math was never my strong suit, but all of these years of school, I needed a break. Do not look at someone else's journey and think, why am I not there yet? This leads me into my second point, in which you are on your own timeline. Your career path is your career path for a reason. I fully thought within a year that I was going to be living in a new city, doing something that I absolutely love. And it turns out within that full year, I changed a little bit what I wanted to do with my life. And one of the worst questions that I could be asked is, do you have a job? Have you gotten a job yet?
Shut the hell up! Shut up! Shut up!
Nothing bothers me more than getting asked that question because it is just a daily reminder how I feel I am so far behind, but I now look at it as, no, I don't have a job. I'm figuring out my life, whether that means I'm living at home with my parents or not, I'm still doing something. For example, I started making YouTube videos because during COVID, I was not gonna get a job. Even if I couldn't get one before, I was definitely not gonna be getting one in the middle of a global pandemic. So I turned to YouTube as an outlet, and this was just an outlet where I felt I was comfortable and growing in my own space. And yeah, I barely have any subscribers. I am completely aware of that. So as usual, if you're watching this and needed advice like this, be sure to subscribe so you can come back for more videos like this. Anyways, I turned to making YouTube videos as an outlet to kind of channel my inner creativity that I missed doing, and that's exactly what I want to do as a career path. Right now, it's not gonna work out. I'm struggling trying to find a job, although I am capitalizing on constantly reaching out to my connects and applying to jobs. Right now, this is something that I'm doing in the meantime because it makes me happy and it's an alternative to not being able to be where I want to be. You still have your goals. You're still going to reach those goals. You're still going to get to where you want to be in life if you still have all of that passion and dedication and desire in your heart. That is all that matters. It does not matter if it takes you 10 years to get to where you want to be. I realized this, which moving on to my third fact, I could not bottle all of this up inside. I had to go and talk to somebody and get out my feelings, and that is what got me to the point where I'm comfortable enough to realize where I'm at, it is okay. Do not bottle up your feelings inside. I started going to therapy. Yes, therapy. And it works wonders. My therapist probably rolls her eyes every time she sees my name on her schedule.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
But I love going to her and just talking about where I'm at in my life, and somehow I find comfort in going to a stranger and having them tell me, you're good, girl, keep doing you, you're gonna get there. Way back in the beginning when I first graduated and people I graduated with or people that graduated a year before me were getting all of these jobs, I was like, holy crap.
Oh my God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
It gave me anxiety seeing all of these people have success, which nobody is going to have success this young unless you get so lucky. These people are just on the same path as you, and it may look like they are further, but in reality, that's their journey. Let their journey go. Travel along. I'm not going to tell you that it still does not drive me crazy that I don't have a job. And yeah, I really do wish that I had one, but I am so comfortable right now being where I am, knowing that I'm still trying, and although I'm not there, I have my therapist, my parents, my good friends that kind of help the whole idea of me being right here, right now in the moment is okay. Side note, no, I am not drinking out of an Ellen mug with hopes that one day she will have me on her show. Let's manifest it.
Super terrific.
Speaking of friends, one other lesson that I have learned post-grad, you are going to have to keep all of these contacts and connects of friends, professors, anyone that you met. It is going to be up to you to maintain that. One thing I struggled with moving home and only being with my parents was I missed walking out of my apartment, going 2 blocks to my best friend's house, going 1 subway train away from all of my favorite stores, one night out on the town with all of my friends in Philly. Some of the greatest moments of my life happened in those bars down in Center City. If you need a list of the spots that I went to get completely hammered and have myself a grand old ball, I got you. I lost touch with so many people I went to school with because I was just so used to having all of my friends right at the tip of my fingers. Whenever I wanted, I would hit them up. I would go down the street. I would meet them for a Starbucks drink on campus. But when you go back home or when you graduate from college and move away and get a job, it is so hard to maintain that. And it's also so important for your sanity and for your growth to maintain those relationships because it can put you, like me, in a place that you're just not happy. And I think when I finally realized that I had to reach out to people, whether it meant I was the one that had to drive 2 hours or not to meet these people, I was gonna hop in my car because at the moment, that's what I needed to be happy. So make sure you maintain all of your relationships, not only your friends, but your professors and all of your connects from your internships. Keep in touch. Even if you sound like you're annoying them, literally keep in touch. I am on track to hopefully landing my first job by completely bombarding everybody I know and everybody that I've connected with in college to tell them why I would be a good fit for their company. So stay tuned for an updated video on me hopefully landing my first job by utilizing all of my contacts. Moving on, finding your routine. It was so weird coming back home after having a structure my entire life, going to class, going to clubs, going here, going there. You come home and you don't have any of that anymore. So for me, it was hard to get back on my feet and finding a daily structure that worked. Whether it was getting a part-time job while I was on my journey to find my dream job, or doing something daily that just gets you out of the house, I never realized how important structure was in my life until I moved home from college. There were so many days where I would literally just sit in my bed all day, watch Netflix, do nothing, eat my junk food, eat my corn nuts, and I realized something like that makes your depression worse. You need to get out. Find your new routine.
First we'll make snow angels for 2 hours, and then we'll go ice skating, and then we'll eat a whole roll of Toll House cookie dough as fast as we can, and then, to finish, we'll snuggle.
Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you are putting yourself in a new structure, you are on the path to finding success and happiness within yourself. After you're going through all of these years of structure, you're getting yourself back on track. I also struggled with moving home because you go through all of these years living at home, and then 4 years you're in college and doing your own thing, not telling your parents where you're going every single second. You're just doing your own thing. Moving back home, and I absolutely love my parents, no disrespect for them. I also am so grateful that they're letting me live at home while their daughter is nowhere in her career path. But moving back home and being a part of this whole process again of helping around the house, telling your parents where you're going and having to be home for dinner, all of these things, it took a lot for me to get used to.
Dad! What?
And I'm not sure I will ever be completely comfortable like I was beforehand, before going to college, because I completely grew as a new person and I am nowhere near the person I was when I was 18 years old. But at the same time, I do love being home with my family. However, it is great to have them also motivate me in ways to get out the house. These are just a few of the things I have learned to cope with while I continue to move on the path towards my ultimate goal. It is not easy. No one said it's easy. And I have no idea why God made the whole thing of depression and anxiety a reality. But we have to cope with it, and we all come out of it. That is one of the biggest lessons you have to know, is you will come out of it. Post grad depression sucks. And I miss college so much. College was the best 4 years of my life. All of my internships, all of my friends, every little journey and story that I have from college, I will never have those experiences again. So it is so hard to move past all of the things that happened to you in college. But it's life. We all move on. And now you have to continue your story. So I am here to tell you that it is okay wherever you're at. So keep on trucking, because you're only gonna go up. But in all seriousness, I really hope that this was able to help somebody today. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any advice for me or need any advice from me, please feel free to reach out. I am an open book. I am here to learn new things as well. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to come back next week for another video, and I'll see you next time.